Hey guys, it's me, Rebecca. Welcome back to our fireside chat here today. I'm so excited to have a special guest speaker come and talk to us. A few times a month we get to hear from experts who know and have a lot to share with us in their field. And today we're talking about CrossFit, dun, 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 and we have the lovely Kandra Plott, who I'll have introduce herself in just a minute. But before we jump into how awesome CrossFit can be for our bodies, I do want to share that this training, as well as all of the trainings we do with Naturally Strong, comes from this idea that there's 7 foundations that we need to balance in order to experience optimal, vibrant health. So this is what that would look like. We have these 7 foundations in the rainbow colors here, and we start with, we have to eat well, like eat to live for our bodies. We need to move, and that's where this is going to fit in. That's where this podcast fits in. We also need to make sure we keep a bright perspective, clean our internal and external environments, understand our own bodies, and if something's going on with our systems, we need to really learn about that. That's where this podcast comes in. And I mean, like, the whole channel in general. I want you guys to understand your bodies, know what natural remedies are out there, work with a trusted practitioner who's going to be cool with your natural remedies and everything that you can do at home, and will work hand in hand with you instead of just telling you what to do. And then lastly, I love that there's this other piece that even though our bodies might be wonderfully healthy, if we're not serving and expressing our talents in a way that serves the world and helps us feel fulfilled, there can still be these weird health things that pop up. So I love that I feel these 7 foundations in order to experience vibrant health. And so today, to help us with moving our butts, getting moving, and experiencing excellent physical fitness and shape is Kandra Plott. Kandra, say hi.
Hi, how is everybody?
We're awesome. So Kandra, just so everyone knows, Kandra and I are meeting face to face for the first time. I had put out there on Facebook, hey, who can tell me about CrossFit? And through a friend, I found Kandra. And so Kandra, tell us, how long have you been using and loving CrossFit?
Oh man, 5.5 years now. It'll be 6 years in September.
Wow, 6 years. Okay, so you told me that you're having your 5th baby, right?
Yes.
And I'm guessing that somewhere in the mix there, you started CrossFit.
Yeah, so I started after my 3rd baby.
Okay, so right in the middle there.
Yeah, he was around 18 months old when I started.
And what led you to CrossFit?
A friend went to a party up in Idaho Falls, a barbecue, and she told me she saw a friend that she went to high school with, and she's like, she looks amazing. And she told me that she started CrossFit, and I was like, what in the world is that? Mm-hmm. I thought the only thing that you could really do is either go to a gym, which is, great, or just running. So I was running, but I was also, like 50 pounds overweight. And
dang it.
So we tried it. We made an appointment the next night, and we tried it, and then I have gone almost every day since that day.
Wow. Okay, so you made an appointment. So you have to go into a special place to do CrossFit?
It's a CrossFit. They call it boxes. They call it a box. You can call it a gym. You can call it a box. In order for it to be a CrossFit gym, it needs to be certified through CrossFit. We just called because we didn't know for sure what times they had a class. And they said they had a 7:00 class, but that class usually was a personal training class, because there wasn't a lot of people that came at 7. Gotcha. But it was perfect because it was just my friend and I, and we had 2 coaches that were personally training us that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really nice. It was nice to have that one-on-one, and you actually get that a lot in CrossFit. You get a coach there all the time with every class, sometimes 2, depending on how big the class is. And they really focus on your movement and make sure that you're using full range of motion, that you're using correct movement, so you're not going to hurt yourself.
Oh, that sounds ideal, right?
Yes.
So what made you love it? What made you say, I didn't skip any more days after that? Because we can start all these exercise things. What made you stick?
The community of it, honestly. Everyone's there to better themselves, but they're also there to cheer each other on. I mean, there has not been a time that I've walked out of the gym and have felt, I mean, there's been times I've been frustrated with myself, and that was just because I'm like, oh, I can do better than that. But never did anyone put me down or anything like that. And I mean, it's funny because I started going with, I remember like these baggy t-shirts and baggy um, capri pants, and just because my self-confidence struggled huge.
Oh, yeah.
And the more and more people started cheering you on and telling you how awesome you did that day, the more you just feel confident in yourself, and you're like, my body's strong, my body is capable, and I can do so much more than I ever thought I could do. And it's the community of that really helped me with that.
Wow. That's okay. So I'm imagining Kandra feeling self-conscious, feeling, because it's tough when you're packing on some extra baby weight
Oh yeah. Oh
to
yeah.
feel like, whoa, I got this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here you are, just starting and feeling a little unsure, and just that encouragement is just being dumped on you.
Mm-hmm.
Who wouldn't want that, right?
Exactly. And I mean, I would look at people who were doing CrossFit years or months or even just weeks longer than I have, and seeing everything they can do, and I was like, well, I want to start doing that. But
Mm.
it like I started to realize like I had to take those steps, just like any baby has to learn how to walk. I had to learn by modification. I had to do ring rows instead of pull-ups because I couldn't do a strict pull-up.
Mm.
I had to do, so I started doing all these modifications. Sorry, that's my dog, dog paws.
Oh, hi, puppy.
Um, I had to do, take these certain steps to get to where I am now. But it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me that I had to take those modifications because everyone had to start there.
Right. Like every baby has to pull up on stuff before they
Mm-hmm.
can balance.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
what were the moves that were really inspiring to you that were like, I want to do that. I think I can do that.
Anything with barbell. I loved barbell movements.
Okay.
I'm a very much a visual learner, so if a coach was showing me a certain movement, I really tried to. And I'm pretty good at like learning through. I mean, learning through seeing.
Mm-hmm. Visual learner. Oh, hold on a second.
Ever.
Here you go. Say that last sentence again. We lost audio for a second.
Sorry, someone called me.
It happens.
Yeah, I never did gymnastics. And when I started seeing people doing like pull-ups and ring muscle ups and bar muscle ups and handstand walks and handstand push-ups and all these things, I'm like, I'm
Wow.
gonna do that one day. And
It's like average people, like people that go to work in
yes,
their kindergarten people.
yes, everybody, people that have never done gymnastics when they were when they were kids, like, but they were doing all these things, and even people who were still a little overweight, they were still doing these things, and it was just amazing watching their body being able to do that. And I was like,
Wow.
I'm gonna do that. And so it takes a lot of hard work, but one thing that's awesome is that you are always able to improve a movement.
Mm-hmm.
I still work on all my gymnastics movements. I'm not the best at them, but it's pretty amazing to see and to look at past videos, because I'll be like, okay, I want you to take a video of me and show me what I did wrong or what I can improve of or what I did right. And so seeing past videos and then watching that and then doing it again, and I'm like, okay, I get it.
That makes more sense now that I see where my butt's sticking out.
Yes, exactly.
So, where did your CrossFit, journey go from there? From in between kids, what was your next level or next thing?
Um, well, I am now a coach. I am certified to coach adults and children, and so
And
it
I just have a
became,
question about that. Do
yes,
you can you only coach people in the? Did you say it's a box in the box?
the box.
Okay.
Well, so to give you a little background story, I actually personally trained a 90-year-old woman 90-year-old woman, almost sound like 9. Um, and there was a time that I was transitioning between boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I didn't have a place to take her at the time. So during the summer, we would go to the park right by her house, and I would give her body movements, and we would walk around the park. We'd walk her dog, but I'd give her body movements that we could do at the park, or we would push up against a certain gym. I mean, a playground equipment or something. Like we do push-ups. She would do squats. Like she would do that stuff. But yes, typically you do need to be CrossFit certified in a box. But there are people that are CrossFit certified that, like, I have a friend that lives in a small town. They don't have a box. They don't have a CrossFit box, and so
So let
they
me just ask a clarifying question. CrossFit box means that it just has all the
it's a
equipment
gym.
to do all
Yeah,
the moves, right?
yeah. It has yeah. It's I can just say gym. That's totally fine. Like it's a CrossFit gym. It has all the equipment. You'll have, like, our gym has assault runners, rowers, air bikes, and I mean everything in there is something that you have to be able to move with your own body, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there's no powered equipment. Um,
Oh, right.
so yeah, you have to be, even on the assault runners, it's kind of like a treadmill, but you have to be able to, like, you have to be the person to be able to get it going. Like it's
Gotcha.
not plugged in, like, and you have to, it'll stop when you stop. It'll slow down when you slow down. Um, so it's kind of cool. Like it's hard. It hurts the soul a little bit, but it's it's really good. Um, but anyway, yeah. So like in a gym, it's just it's all like free weights. I mean, we have like dumbbells, kettlebells, barbells, um, ropes. We climb ropes a lot. We
Wow.
have, yeah. So it's stuff that you can learn to do inside of a gym that you can learn to do on the outside. Like, so you learn how to pick up a pillow the correct way. I mean, that's the lightest thing that you could pick up, but if you twist your back just wrong picking it up, that could hurt, instead of using your legs and
Yes.
stuff like that.
That happens.
So,
Like, on the other end of the injury, the massage therapist here, like, I don't know
mhm.
how many people have said, oh, I don't, I'm not really sure exactly what movement put me over the edge, but it's
Yeah.
like all of these little movements where they tweaked and didn't balance correctly, and it
Mhm.
all builds up. So
Oh yeah.
doing, I'm always telling my clients, you need to balance your opposing muscle groups. You need to have these ones be strengthened. And so it sounds like with all of the different groups and the things that movements that you use, that
Mhm.
you're like from the toes to the eyebrows developing
Oh
an
yeah.
individual.
Yeah, and it's fun because, like, especially with the kids, teaching them and adults, but teaching them like full range of motion, how your body is made to use full range of motion. It's made to squat a certain depth. Unless you've had previous injuries where you cannot squat that low, that is totally fine. And as a coach, we need to know that, and we want to know that. Any previous injuries. But if you look at a baby and how they squat down, they have the perfect squat. Their posterior,
Oh,
everything. Yeah, look at a baby and how they squat to play. Like, you look at it and you're like, their feet, their legs, everything is perfect. And that's how an adult should still be squatting. That's how we should still be using our, like, for push-ups, full range of motion. Because if you don't use full range of motion, you shorten those muscles, you shorten that body part in a way. Like, you don't open up your hips, you shorten your hip muscles, and in return can cause injury in the future.
yeah, and
And
posture problems, right?
exactly, yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, and so what I'm taking this CNA class, and we learn long-term care. And so I
Mm-hmm.
spent some time in a clinical setting in a long-term care facility, watching that as the human body doesn't go through the full range of motion. So like we're only moving our arms like from here to here on a general basis, like not fully extending and not, fully bending. If we're only moving from here to here, the rest of the joint starts to change shape because it's not getting
Exactly.
used anymore. And you'll see like the natural S curve of the spine change to be, more question marky because
Yeah.
the muscles pull the direction that they're being used, right? So if they're
Mm-hmm.
not if your neck never extends, if your nose never looks up at the ceiling, you won't be able to after a certain time, right?
Exactly. I love that you brought that up too. Yep, that is so true.
That's the scariest thing to me about aging, is not being able to move through my whole range of motion. Someone said something to me one time that really stuck in my head, and that is strength. It's something like strength is only as viable as the range of motion you can pull it through. Does that make
I'll have to
sense?
find that. I really like that. Yeah, no, it makes total sense. I like that a lot.
I think it's a yoga concept, but it's like, yeah, if all you have is this, so much strength, but only to move this far, that's not
Yeah.
much strength.
Yeah, no, I love that. I'll have to find that. That's like the perfect explanation
Of
of that.
CrossFit.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Well, and that's one thing too. I was going to mention that, like, since starting CrossFit, since it's helped me a lot, because I think as a human being, we naturally struggle with our confidence and our identity. And
Yes.
since starting CrossFit, I'm not saying that. I mean, for me, it was CrossFit. It could be something else for somebody else. And I have the mentality of, as long as you're getting out there and you're moving your body and you are healthy, do what you love. Just do it. If it's mountain biking, going to any gym, do what you love and stay healthy. But one thing that it has helped me with is that now I want to go rock climbing. Like, I
Wow.
didn't want to do that growing up, but like I played sports, but I wish I had the confidence I have now when I was playing sports in high school, because I know I could have pushed myself a little bit more and be a little more assertive and be a little bit more aggressive, just stuff like that. And they're huge at, like, we have so many high schoolers and college students coming and working out, doing CrossFit, and then it is transferring into their sports. I can't even think or talk right now, so I apologize.
I can really see that giving
But
a high school athlete the edge,
yeah, because it really shows them. I love the word capable. I use that on my kids a lot, that you are capable, your mind is capable, your body is capable. And so I love that word. And so it really shows people that they are very capable of doing what they're made to do, doing what their bodies are created to do.
Wow, I love it.
So, yeah.
Okay, so speaking of that and creation, tell me what the CrossFit journey has been like, through pregnancies, and like, are you still doing like upside down handstand?
No.
With the belly?
I can do like, they're called pike push-ups, where you basically get in the downward dog position and then you do push-ups that way. I can do like elevated, certain elevated things, but I can't go upside down. My pregnancies aren't always my best friend. I get pretty sick and then I struggle. I've had kidney stones. I've struggled with not high blood pressure, but low blood pressure, which in return can make me pass out and stuff like that.
Wow.
But the baby's healthy. My body's actually really quite healthy. And what's awesome is that my doctor does CrossFit at the same gym. And so I see him all the time.
Right
And he's
on.
like, what did you think of the WOD today? So he's all for me doing it, but he's also all for me listening to my body and understanding, today I'm not really feeling that I can do that. Because one thing with pregnancy, your ligaments stretch out, they get loosened. And so you have to really, really be careful with all of that. But what was I going to say? But I have noticed a huge difference between the 2 pregnancies that I've done CrossFit compared to the 3 pregnancies.
That's proof that, moms with 2 kids can't really say, but when you have 2 kids on each side,
yes,
it's a big, testimonial, I guess.
It's huge. Like, I've noticed a huge difference. Yes, I get sore. Everybody gets sore. And I will probably be sore the rest of my life, but it's a sore that I look forward to. It's not a hurt. It's not a pain. It's something like, I did that. I did squats. I did lunges. I did that today. Or I did that yesterday or a week ago. Like, you're still going to feel it.
Yeah.
But my labor and delivery is so much better. And I nurse for a whole year after I have the babies. And so I hold on. I'm the percentage of the world that holds on to weight after nursing, which is so awesome.
See, right? I'm right there with you. It's like breastfeeding, weight loss.
So
Well,
real.
doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not for me.
Yeah. But I still do it. I'm still going to go. I'm still going to work out, and I'm still going to be there because mentally I need it. And my kids need me to do it because I'm a lot better mom when I get my workout in. So
yeah, I'm so with you on that. Yep. And it's like this, okay, so hold on. I'm having interrupting thoughts in my own head. Let's go back to we'll revisit this.
Okay.
Back to what you said a few minutes ago about, gosh, now I just lost my whole train of thought. It'll come back. Hold on just a second.
No, you're fine. I'm obviously doing that too.
There's a good soreness, that like, I will always be sore, you said. And I thought about it. It reminded me of this time that I was getting a massage and I had been doing, a big exercise program. And so I was like, bulking up in different areas and toning this and shaping that. And like, I said something like, oh, something always hurts. Like there was this one really deep massage move and I was like, ah, and she goes, oh, sorry, I didn't expect that to be a sore spot. And I was like, me neither, but something always hurts when I'm working out. But I want to say about that it's not like you just said, it's not like I hurt myself or, I'm in pain or I have a reason to whine or complain. It's like I'm so grateful that my body can do what I ask it to do. I'm so grateful that my butt will shape up. I'm so grateful that my triceps will, pull in when I ask them to. And it's a beautiful feeling. And it's not like I share the same feeling. I look forward to, shaping in new ways. And so I wanted to say that I concur.
No, it's true. Well, and I've also learned in the past, like just a couple of years, I mean, I know we've already talked about like eating healthy and stuff, but eating is 90% of weight loss or more, like, because I was doing CrossFit for probably like 3 or 4 years and I was fluctuating because I was gaining muscle. I was, doing all that. But then finally my husband and I, cause he does it with me, he was like, so we both were like, let's get on this lot healthier eating journey. And so anyway, and consecutively we lost over it's been over 100 pounds together. I've gained some of that back right now. Yeah, it's like it's not just because of CrossFit, it's because I got my body moving and because I realized eating better, putting healthier food in my body makes it better and also makes the recovery so much quicker and so much better of the workout. And it makes my energy levels go up. And it's like I never really realized that. I just thought I had to go run. I just thought I had to go work out in order to lose pounds. But it's majority of it is the food that you put into you.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you on that.
That's coming from someone who was 50 plus pounds overweight.
Yep.
So
I appreciate that piece.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who is just getting started on their exercise, journey, like they start and stop, or they're just like, maybe you and I will inspire a few people out there to restart. But they're the kind of person that really struggles with those, aches and pains in weird places, or maybe they tend to overdo it, or, that thought of being in pain, scares them or stops them. How would you get them to feel confident trying CrossFit?
Honestly, just to go in. And sometimes some people, they need a buddy, and that's totally fine. I needed a buddy to go in, to help me go in. So that buddy, we went, but to not give up. Like, it is not every day do I look at the workout sometimes, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a hard movement. I don't know if I can do that. But then I think, wait a second, I can modify that. I can still do it. I can still continue that journey. Nothing's going to stop me. But my thing is to not give up. I know, and it's mind over body. To get up, get out of bed, get into that gym, and to have fun with it too. Like, know that there's people that miss you, especially in the CrossFit gym. If I don't go to a class, or even if I don't show up that day, or I go to a different time, they're like, "Where were you? You weren't here at 8:30 at your normal time."
Aww.
Knowing they miss you, and knowing that they look forward to you, and your coaches too. Your coaches know when you're there, and they know when you don't come, and they'll ask about you. And so know that someone's counting on you. They're counting on to see you succeed. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you work hard every day that you go in there, and they want to see you smile. It's a very positive atmosphere. I mean, granted, every once in a while you're going to get some negativity, or you're going to have someone that goes in there that's just having a really crappy week, and so they need that, and you might be that person that they need to see. So go in there and don't give up. And drink lots of water so you don't get hurt as bad. Just kidding.
Water helps. So what I'm going to say is, so there's a benefit from the social environment of like, there's people that care, there's people that want you. There's this benefit from watching yourself make milestones, and it's like really self-rewarding. And then I'm also kind of feeling it through what you're saying that there's like this third benefit of like, our bodies are a tool that we can use to learn great and powerful lessons if we will exercise management or control over it. Is that?
Yes.
Those three things really feel like it suits your CrossFit experience?
Yes. And another thing is that my kids see me. They watch me every day. They watch me make mistakes. They watch me do a workout, and they're watching me, and I need them to see that I can do hard things. So when I tell them that they can do hard things, that it's real, that they can do hard things. And so it's pretty, like, all four of those. I love that that's what you got out of that, because that's exactly what I'm trying to portray.
Yes. High five.
Yes. High five. You did awesome, especially through all my ramblings. But I also do it for my family, because they need to see me do something that I might not want to do every day, but at the same time I do, because I didn't work out today. I told you I was going to work out at noon, and instead my 4-year-old was begging for a nap, and so I was like,
oh yeah,
today will be my rest day, and I will go in on my regular rest day and work out.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You have to be flexible a little bit with families, but I think you're right. Yeah. I think our kids, it's awesome for them to see that mommy can be strong, and not that, we have to worry about mom. She probably can't do that. There's so many cool activities that we can't do because mom.
Exactly.
It's cooler to be active and doing fun stuff with them physically.
Yeah. And so I want to be able to go hiking with my kids when they ask. I want that energy, and I'm tired all the time, especially right now. But I will tell you,
it's because she's
yes. Oh my gosh, it is like this pregnancy is kicking my trash that way, but it's good. I'm okay with it. But I want them to know that even though I'm tired, I can still get up, take care of them, and do things with them, and when I grow older, as they get older, that I can still go and do stuff with them. And I mean, that's what my husband and I were just talking about. We went on a date last week, and we were just talking about how we do this not just for ourselves, but for our kids, because we want our quality of life to be, our longevity of life to last with them. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. You want to be able to go fishing with them when they're teenagers, not falling apart. You want to be able to go fishing with their kids in 30 and 40 years, not just, I only have a couple decades left here, guys.
Yeah. Tapping out.
Yep. Yeah. And, especially right now, I'm thinking of like my parents, like I still want them to be able to go camping. I still want them to go hiking, to be able to go to Lagoon, you know, like, which is a theme park for those of you that don't know, like those fun things that you can't do from
Yeah.
a wheelchair, or because you can only walk a mile or so at a time because you have some heart issues, or, you know, I'm not saying, anyways, I'll shut.
Like there are some medical conditions that you do get that you can't. But one thing that's amazing is that my husband works in the hospital, and so he sees a lot of different spectrums of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But like the 90-year-old woman that I personally trained, her doctor was like, "How are you getting healthier and stronger?"
Yeah, wow, like how inspiring.
Yeah, like it was just amazing. He's like, "How are you doing this?" And so she would tell him, "I CrossFit. I'm a grandma that CrossFits."
I love it. Probably a great grandma that CrossFits.
Yeah. She was, it was just awesome. I mean, she had other medical issues, but she didn't let that stop her. I mean, she listened to her doctor. If she needed to rest, she would rest. But I mean, she'd also listen to her body and realized my body was able to do it, so I'm gonna do it.
Beautiful.
So
I love that, still challenging yourself, you know, even at 90 years old.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Beautiful. Well, Kandra, we just have a few minutes left, so let's pull together just a couple more ideas about CrossFit. So if you were talking to someone that's new, which I'm sure you do this all the time, talk to someone that's never started or is new and just getting started, like what encouragement, what tips do you have for someone just starting or wanting to start CrossFit?
Want to start? Like I said earlier, kind of just like go in, don't give up. Be proud of yourself, cheer yourself on. Be proud of yourself and let others be proud of you too. I know a lot of us have a hard time accepting praise, I guess, in some way, and we naturally need that, and it's okay. We need to validate those feelings. And so let people praise you, let people tell you how awesome you are and how much improvement that they're seeing, and just go. And don't be scared. You will see in every single CrossFit gym, you will see every walks of life. You will see people who have been doing it for 10 years. You will see people who it's their second day. And so don't be scared. Just go and start and meet new people, because it's pretty awesome.
Beautiful. It's worth it, right? It's worth the start.
So worth it. It came to me in a time in my life that I needed it, and I haven't turned back. So
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Dang, I love it. I love to feel your passion for it. I'm so glad that I was able to connect with you.
Me too.
And have you come on and share with us.
So me too. I mean, there's so much I could share.
Oh, good.
Sorry.
I'm glad to be that for you. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll let you get back to your babies and your life.
Oh, you're good. Thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah. Talk to you soon in the future.
Okay. We'll see ya. Bye.